All right. Shalom Yasharala. Before we get started, we'll give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chakwadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone, the teaching and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Back another video, another lesson. All right. This is going to be a news update or news report. All right. Going into some articles. All right. And, linking them up with the scriptures. All right. With the Bible. All right, because we're in the end times. All right, to bring out the truth. All right, so you brothers and sisters out there can, stay updated and Lord willing you edified. Let's first start with it's a lot going on. War is on the rise. All right, people are out here protesting and bugging out. Civil war is going on. All right, you got planes falling out of the sky. Another plane crash in suburban Pennsylvania injuring multiple people. All right, so you already have the blood moon on the Passover. All right, so it's a lot going on, man. All right, got war on the rise. Okay, let's first start with this though. All right, this is from Natural News. Is Myrtle Beach being burned to the ground intentionally in preparation for a pre-declared smart city, like how Maui and Los Angeles got weather weapon torched? All right. It says somehow 175 separate wildfires all started at the same time and are burning the famous resort city of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, to the ground in preparation for the globalist smart city. No lightning did not strike 175 places at the same time and start all these fires. More than 4,200 acres are already scorched by infernos tearing through Carolina forests just west of the popular tourist spots. Coincidentally, all right, plans were recently unveiled for transforming Myrtle Beach into a nightmarish Big Brother smart city, where everything is controlled by the government and all power, internet, food supplies, and vehicles can be turned off by the flick of one master switch. Yes, just like how Maui and Los Angeles have been burned to the ground using weather weapon technology in preparation for smart city construction. Now Myrtle Beach is coincidentally not the largest target of the scorched earth policy of the globalists. It says, as you see another title, right? As residents are forced out of their homes and off their land, will big government move in and steal their homes, land, and resources for installing the nightmarish smart city? Thick plumes of smoke and flames engorge the forests and are being shared all across social media with zero containment. Blazes are being battled by Horry County Fire Rescue and National Guard Black Hawk helicopters dropping 600-gallon water loads. Meanwhile, dry conditions and gusty winds are not helping the situation. It says fake news is warning about people who leave their grill or fire pit unattended, as if 175 people in South Carolina all made that mistake at the same time, on the same day, in 175 different locations. They all got out of control and are burning down Myrtle Beach, the same year it was declared to become a smart city. Sure. Governor McMaster says this state of emergency ensures that our first responders, who are working tirelessly and risking their lives to protect our communities, have the necessary resources and, in quote, you can and will go to jail for starting a fire outdoors in South Carolina, period. When will California Governor Newsom come to do his happy dance like he did while Los Angeles was burning to the ground? Just like LA, Myrtle Beach's ambitious smart city initiative was unveiled in 2024, leaving many coincidences unanswered. Are all the blue rooftops on and blues recycle bins untouched by the fires, like in Maui and Los Angeles? Did the weather weapon technology inflict these 175 separate fires all at once? Will the government be sieging all footage, all right, of the fire, starting to keep the narrative under wraps? Okay, again, the MSN narrative blames the same tired causes while insidiously saying how this can all be avoided with smart cities. What's clear is that the wildfires expose vulnerabilities, dry landscapes, strained emergency resources in a region unaccustomed to such widespread fire threats that any future smart city must address. All right, and this is not the only one. I got this from End Time not that one. This is one from End Time Headlines. All right, this is developing. Residents ordered to evacuate as fast-moving wildfire erupts in wealthy Hamptons, all right, enclave. Okay, a series of fast-moving wildfires erupted Saturday afternoon in New York's, all right, affluent Hamptons region, forcing residents to evacuate and prompting a massive emergency response. The blazes, all right, which broke out along Sunrise Highway near Riverhead and East Hampton on Long Island, have engulfed the area in thick smoke, closing major roads and raising alarm among locals and officials alike. According to the Eastport Fire Department, flames were first reported shortly after midday, are rapidly spreading due to dry conditions and strong northwest winds, gusting up to 35 miles per hour. The Suffolk County Police Department quickly shut down Sunrise Highway in both directions, standing drivers who were seen fleeing the encroaching flames. Southampton Police Detective Sergeant Gina LaFerrera urged the public to avoid the area, warning that additional road closures may occur due to ever-changing situation. In a statement emailed to local outlets, the wildfires have struck a region known for its wealth and exclusivity, with the Hamptons serving as a summer retreat for New York's elite. Panicked residents shared dramatic photos and videos of towering flames and smoky skies, while some reported being told by firefighters to evacuate homes near the blaze. Tanya Layburn, a local resident, described a harrowing escape with her children to Newsday, and quote, "We almost didn't know if we were going to get out of there. We just backed it up and got the hell out." More than 40 fire departments have descended on the scene, battling to contain the fires amid challenging weather conditions. Experts pointed to Saturday's low humidity around 30% and gusty winds as key factors fueling the fire's intensity. Whenever you tie that in with low humidity, it can lead to an elevated risk for fire spread. Meteorologist Brian Ramsey of the National Weather Service told Newsday earlier in the day, presently, not the best pronouncing words, warning of the danger before the blaze ignited. All right, you can read the rest on your own, but this is you see a pattern going on. All right, you got wildfires, spreading, and in first Maui, of course, other places as well. You got L.A. Now you got California. Now you got the Carolinas. Now you have it in Hampton. Okay, so there's a pattern going on. Are they setting up smart cities? All right, which we believe they are. To control you. That's what they're for. All right, they're not here to help the planet. No, these are basically just open prisons where they can control you. All right, because Esau, he wants to be like, he wants to play God, man. Ezekiel 28:1. Okay, it reads, "The word of the Lord, whose name is Yahweh," all right, his son's name is Yahweh Shai, "came again unto me, saying, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus," the modern day prince of Tyrus is Esau, Okay, the so-called white man, the Caucasian man. All right, who came from those Caucasus Mountains when he came out of that 1,000 year period. Where they're really from? They're from Petra. But continuing on, it says, "Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord power, because thine heart, the heart is your mind, okay, is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God. I sit in the seat of God in the midst of the seas. The seas are the people, okay? Yet thou art a man and not God, though thou set thy heart as the heart of God." See that? Let's show you that. Revelation 17 and 15. "And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the horse sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues." All right. So that's the seas, man. Okay. And this man, when he wants control of all nations. All right. I believe that's somewhere. Let me see. I'm trying to think. He heaped all nations unto himself. I believe it's in Habakkuk. Yeah, Habakkuk or Habakkuk 2:5. It says, "Yeah, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man." All right. "Neither keepeth at home." All right. "Who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth all unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people." You see that? So this man, he can't, stay at home. He has to go all over the earth, to these different nations, okay, and destroy, these. He goes to the different nations and destroys them, economically, spiritually. All right. Once they a nation, you may see old pictures. I used to see old pictures of, you go to the Middle East, Afghanistan, Iraq, you know, different other countries. They used to be, I won't say thriving, but it used to be beautiful, man. You know, but once Esau got through with them, now they're poor. They can't build back. What they used to be. All right, because this devil, has been all over the earth. Spreading his philosophy, his wine, everywhere. Okay. So going back to Ezekiel, it says, "Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. The heart is deep," as it says in Psalm 64. Okay. "With thy wisdom and with thy understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches, and hast gotten gold and silver in thy treasures. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thy heart is lifted up because of thy riches." Okay. Let's get Isaiah 14. And it says, excuse me. Let me see. Yeah, Isaiah 14 and 11, 12. It says, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations?" All right. That heaven is talking about his rulership. All right. Lucifer, like we always bring out, it's not talking about Satan. All right, the spiritual demon Satan. Okay. Hayallah is the Hebrew word. Lucifer just means light bearer. All right. Figurative of the king of Babylon and Satan. Okay. So it's figurative. All right. Who's the king of Babylon today? All right. Esau, Edom. Okay. They control everything. They have the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. All right. It says, "How art thou fallen from heaven, all right, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High." That's his mindset, man. Like he wants to be like, he will be like the Most High. That's the mindset he has. All right. That's why he's doing, he's trying to make, on the left-hand side, he got left-handed angels, AI, robots, technology, science. Okay. They believe they can do better than the Most High, man. They can create food better. They can make fruit better. All right. better. They can make better humans. That's why they're trying to bring. They're trying to merge you with machines. Transhumanism. Okay. The heart is deep, man. Let's get that actually. Psalm 64. All right, and 6. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. Okay, the mind, their heart is deep, man. The mind is deep. They're wiser than Daniel, like it said. All right. So these people, they want control. They want control of your money. They want control of you, your food. All right. This is not a game, man. All right. These aren't just some low level old men sitting up with a bunch of money. All right, drooling from their lips because they can't, help themselves. No, man, these are high. This is high level wickedness. All right, on the left hand side. Okay, this is some, you know, stuff we can't even battle against. We gotta, this is a spiritual battle, man. These people have left handed wickedness on the left hand side, and they use it. That's real. They use enchantments. They do rituals. They do everything in their power to keep their kingdom going, but it's gonna fall soon. They know they have a short time. Okay, so you know, let's move on to the next one. All right, so that's dealing with the smart cities. All right, that's what's coming. Let me see. Let's get this. All right. Now we always speak about war. This from the People's Voice. Poland issues our emergency military draft for all men. World War III is coming. All right. The Polish government has issued an emergency military draft for all men in the country amid fears that Europe is about to enter World War III with Russia. In a speech to the Polish parliament, Prime Minister Donald Tusk said the government aim, all right, to enlist every man in the country within the next few months. Efforts are being made to prepare large scale military training for every adult male in Poland, he told Sejim. We will try to have a model ready by the end of this year so that every adult male in Poland is trained in the event of war, so that this reverse, all right, is comparable and adequate to the potential threats. Tusk said the Ukrainian army has 800,000 soldiers, whilst Russia has around 1.3 million, and he wants to increase the size of the Polish army, including reservists, to 500,000 from around 200,000 now. We were talking about the need to have an army of 500,000 in Poland, including the reservists, he said. It seems that we organize things wisely, and I'm talking constantly with the Minister of Defense. We will have to use several courses of action. That means the reservists, but also intensive training. Salakia. I'll read it again. It says, it seems if we organize things wisely, and I'm talking constantly with the Minister of Defense, we will have to use several courses of action. That means the reservists, but also intensive training to make those who do not go are into the army fully fledged and competent soldiers during a conflict, he added. Tusk said women may also undergo military training, but war is still to a greater extent the domain of men. The prime minister said his government war also, Slovakia, read it again. The prime minister said his government was also carefully examining France's proposal to include Europe under its nuclear umbrella. I would like to know, first of all, in detail what it means in terms of the authority over these weapons, he said. Tusk pointed out Ukraine was invaded after it got rid of its own nuclear arsenal, adding Warsaw would like to acquire its own nuclear weapons, however, remote a possibility that may be. Today, it is clear that we would be safer if we had our own nuclear arsenal. That is beyond doubt. In any case, the road to that would be very long, and there would have to be a consensus too, he said. Poland is already planning to spend 4.7 of its economic output on defense this year, the highest proportion in the NATO alliance. Tusk told Parliament that spending should increase to 5% of GDP. All right. I'll read a little bit more. Earlier, President Duda had proposed amending the Constitution to make defense spending at a level of 4% of GDP compulsory. So I can read it again. Earlier, President Duda proposed amending the Constitution to make defense spending at a level of 4% of GDP compulsory. The Prime Minister also said he supports Poland withdrawing from the Ottawa Convention that bans the use of anti-personnel landmines, and also possibly from Dublin Convention that bans the use of cluster munitions. Poland has ramped up defense spending since Russia's full-scale invasion of neighboring Ukraine in 2022. All right, so hey, wars is rising, man. All right, and we always tell you, all right, war is on the war is coming. World War III is in the scriptures. All right, Germany's top vote getters seek to revive military draft as U.S. foreign policy shifts. All right, now I'll read a little bit of this. It says compulsory military service should be reintroduced this year in Germany. A leading official of the party that won recent federal elections said this week amid growing questions about the reability of U.S. defense commitments. Get this word compulsory real quick. And like it says, required by law or rule, obligatory. All right. So it's required. There's going to be a requirement for you to serve. The first conscripts will have to walk through the barracks gates in 2025. Florin Hain, a defense policy spokesman for the center-right Christian Democratic a defense policy spokesman for the center-right Christian Democratic Union told the German newspaper Bild on Tuesday. Germany suspended military conscription in 2011, but the CDU and its Bavarian counterpart, the Christian Social Union, say the current security situation makes the status quo no longer tenable. And, quote, we cannot stand by and watch as the world around us becomes more unsafe, Hahn said. Reinstatement of obligatory military service has also been advocated by CDU leader Friedrich Merz, who is expected to become Germany's next chancellor. All right, look that up real quick. Required by legal, moral, or other rule, compulsory. Yep. It says, Merz said Europe must prepare for the possibility that the United States can no longer be counted on to ensure the security of the continent. My absolute priority will be to strengthen Europe as quickly as possible so that step by step we can really achieve independence from the USA, Merz says shortly after his party's victory. And that's hey, let's get it. Revelation 17. All right. The horns turning on the whore, man. All right. Revelation 17 and 16. The 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. All right. The whore is America. All right. And shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. For the Most High hath put it in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. See, so the allies, America's allies, are turning on her, man. All right. It says, however, it's unclear how the debate over mandatory military service will play out as Germany's next coalition government takes shape. All right, and I put the link in the description if you want to read more. Okay. Let's get. All right. Let's get Revelation 16. Okay, I'll start at 12. And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. For they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world. And these are the three city states, all right, which America. Washington, D.C. is the military power. London is the financial, and the Vatican is the religious, all right. It says, for they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to the battle of that great day of power almighty. Behold, I come as a thief. This is Yahushua speaking. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments. All right, the garment is his truth. All right, if you don't have this truth, which is a garment, all right, a protection, you're naked. Okay, you won't be covered, lest he walk and they see his shame. And he gathered them together into a place called in the Hebrew tongue. It says Armageddon, but it's Harmageddon. All right, which means if we can pull it up, Har means hill, mountain, hill country, mount. All right, Magad one. Okay, place of crowds. All right, or troops. Okay, so Armageddon or Harmageddon. All right, mount or hill, mount of troops or mount of crowds. Okay, which will play out, in World War III. Let's get 2nd Esdras 13. Let's see. 2nd Esdras 13. I started 29. It says, behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth. And he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth. And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. That's when Yahushua and the angels are going to return. And the time shall be when these things shall come to pass, and the sign shall happen, which I showed thee before. And then shall my son be declared, whom thou sawest as a man descending. And when all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land leave the battle they have one against another. So that shows you that they're going to be battling against each other. And an innumerable multitude shall be gathered together, as thou sawest them willing to come and to overcome him by fighting. All right, but I know it's up here. It should be up here. That might have been it though. Yeah, that might have been it right here. All right, but let's bring out Joel 3 and 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war and wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, all right, which means Yahweh's judgment. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. See? So World War III is about to we're in the midst of World War III already, but it's not gonna get to its full when those nuclear missiles be shot off. This is Isaiah 9:5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. All right. How's that gonna be with an ICBM missiles being shot off? All right. And I think I had one more. Yep. With Trump and these terrorists. Okay. Map shows the states that would be impacted most if Canada cuts off electricity. It says several U.S. states will be impacted if Canadian officials decide to block energy exports in retaliation, all right, to President Donald Trump imposing a 25% tariff on Canadian Slovakia. It wasn't doing this. All right, let's refresh it. Slovakia. Let's go back. Now I lost it. I read again. Several U.S. states will be impacted if Canadian officials decide to block energy exports in retaliation to President Donald Trump imposing a 25% tariff on Canadian goods on Tuesday. It says on Monday, Trump announced that tariffs imposed against Canada, Mexico, and China will go into effect on Tuesday. In response to Trump's tariffs, Ottawa and Beijing have announced plans to retaliate, sparking fears of a global trade war. On Monday, Ontario Premier Doug Ford threatened to block energy exports to the U.S. with a smile if the tariffs imposed on Canadian goods went into effect. The fourth largest energy commodity traded between Canada and the U.S. is electricity, preceded by crude oil, natural gas, and petroleum, respectively. Energy products from Canada now face a 10% tariff. According to a report from the Canadian Energy Center, all right, Canada's electricity exports to the U.S. were north of 54 Slovakia. Long day. We're 54 billion between 2000 and 2019. According to the data, Vermont was considered the top recipient of electricity exports from Canada in 2019 at $585 million. See? And they got the map right here. All right. But, this is Joseph Webster, a senior fellow with the Atlantic Council Global Energy Center, told Newsweek that Canada electricity exports to the U.S. peaked in 2020 and have declined since. However, several cities will still benefit significantly from Canadian electricity, including Buffalo, New York, Ogdensburg, New York, Pemba, North Dakota, Seattle, Washington, Great Falls, Montana, and Portland, Maine. And, you could read the rest on your own, but this can, if the power goes out, people are going to, go crazy. You're going to see riots. You're going to see, oh, I forgot about this, but I'll put this in the link in the description. I think I read this already, but new IDF chief declares 2025 a year of war on Gaza and Iran. So a lot is happening, man. Everything is a lot happening. You can cover so much. The Pentagon has just signed a new deal to deploy AI agents for military use. Okay, Syria's new leadership scrambles to contain deadliest violence in years. So it's just a lot, going on, man. You can go into these if you like. I'll leave the link in the description. So those were, you brothers and sisters were edified by this video. We gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Chakwadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone, the teacher and rule well. Peace and salutations to the four elect. All right. Till next video, I'm going to say, Lord willing, Shalom.